Hey, Facebook family, this is your community activist, Najee Ali here. And excuse me, but I just had to compose myself before I went live. Just finished watching the news report of my friend, a young man named Chris Bailey. Chris Bailey, young man, young enough to be my son, was brutally beaten, almost beat to death by LA County Sheriff's deputies last May. And I'm going to show you the news clip and the video to see for yourself what they did to this young man, a young black man, a working man, not a gang member, no criminal record whatsoever, not even from here. He's from Texas. His uncle is former NBA star Craig Hodges, who played with Michael Jordan and the Bulls and won those championships. This young man comes from a fine family, but I want you to see what they did to him with your own eyes. It's unbelievable, the beating that they inflicted upon him. Just watch.
His name is Christopher Bailey, and he says the incident occurred in May of 2020.
Christina Gonzalez joins us now live from Century City, where Bailey and his attorneys just held a news conference. Christina.
Yes, it just finished. Now, I've been reading through the complaint, and to set this up, Mr. Bailey had been charged initially with felony resisting arrest on this incident. That's what the deputies claimed. But that has been reduced to a traffic violation. And the attorneys are now going after the sheriff's department. Here's what they say happened. Look.
Stopping there for 1 second so you can digest this. He was stopped for a traffic violation. They almost beat him to death because of a traffic violation.
On May 4th, 2020, at about 2 in the morning, Mr. Bailey was driving home from work. He works for a private company that sorts mail for the U.S. Postal Service, so he is an essential worker. He was wearing his work uniform. He was minutes from home. He was pulled over for a traffic stop by 2 deputies from the LA County Sheriff's Department.
A traffic stop.
Mr. Bailey pulled over and complied with all directives of the office of the deputy. He was asked to exit his vehicle, and it was at that point that the deputies started to beat him. This is according to the police report. So this is in their own words. The deputies that were there, this is what happened to Mr. Bailey. He sustained 64 to 86 total body and face hits.
Look at what they did to him.
He was pummeled in the face approximately 35 to 44 times. He was kneed 10 to 12 times. He sustained 14 to 20 punches to the rib cage and upper abdomen.
Look at what they did to him.
5 to 10 times in his upper back and shoulder. He has 7 to 8 taser burns, at least half of which were dry stun taser burns.
Look at what they did to him.
And he was subjected to 2 chokeholds.
Now, today, the Sheriff's Department issuing a statement. They sent me this saying, all use of force incidents which result in injury are unfortunate. Due to pending litigation and under advice of counsel, we are unable to offer further details. Now, at 5 o'clock, you're going to hear from the plaintiff, from Mr. Bailey. He's going to explain that he's still undergoing surgeries, and he'll talk a little bit about what he can about what happened. I'm also going to go back to where this happened and try to talk to possible witnesses. But again, a pretty big situation in the hands of the sheriff, which at this point they are not commenting on it. I'm Christina Gonzalez, live in Century City. Back to you in the studio, Marla Ball.
All right, we'll look for your report tonight at 5. Thank you so much, Christina.
Christina, thank you.
Okay, family, I just wanted to share that news clip with you from Fox 11 News today. At 5 o'clock p.m., you'll hear from Chris himself later today. And sorry, I got a little emotional because y'all saw what they did to him. No, this is a young black man coming home from work, driving home from work, who was almost beat to death by 7 LA County Sheriff's deputies. 7 of them almost beat that child to death over a minor traffic violation, which they lied. They just stopped and pulled them over. It's really racial profiling. So as you can see, the LA County Sheriff's deputies continue to beat unnecessarily and unjustly black and brown people all throughout LA County. The video speaks for itself. It was blood everywhere. And at the end of the day, he was not even charged with anything except a minor traffic violation, which they essentially lied and put on him to justify them beating him almost to death. What they didn't count on was video footage being captured by someone who I want to commend and thank them for capturing this, because had she not captured this on videotape, they would have got away with it. They would have gotten away with it. And that's why so many of us continue to call for the resignation of Sheriff Alex Villanueva, who essentially justifies his deputies killing and beating black and brown people throughout LA County. So with that, his name was Chris Bailey, friend of mine, nephew of NBA legend Craig Hodges, played with the NBA Bulls, and there'll be more footage of this. So this is not over with. The fight has just begun. Trust me on that. You know, we're just getting started. Believe me. You'll hear more about this. This is Najee Ali signing off for now.